10 things the Conton City TV must be used for in Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. Number 10, E3 2021. Now, as of this upload, the Microsoft Xbox E3 press conference should be in about 11 or so days, I think, give or take, which is on the 13th of June 2021. This is important because in the Xbox E3 2017 press conference, we had the official reveal for Dragon Ball FighterZ. The following year at E3 2018, at the Xbox press conference, we had the official reveal for Jump Force, and the following year, yes, again, at the Xbox E3 2019 press conference was when we had the official name reveal for what at the time would then be known as Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, as well as a proper trailer and a release date, I think, which got pushed back by a couple of months, I think, whatever it was. But what I'm getting at is that E3, the Xbox press conference at E3, is incredibly important for new Dragon Ball game reveals. And side note, there wasn't an E3 in 2020 because of, well, yeah. Now, I don't think it's a coincidence that the Conton City TV was added, what, 2.5, 3 weeks before the Xbox 2021 press conference at E3. So if we find out that it's going to be live streamed in-game, that essentially confirms that there's going to be a new Dragon Ball game reveal at this year's E3 2021. And if it does happen, again, this has to be broadcast on the Conton City TV. Number 9, actual countdowns. This is a gigantic screen and platform. Like, it's the biggest thing in Conton City. Even if you're across the stage, once it goes live, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. You'll be able to see the screen from pretty much anywhere in Conton City. Like, it is absolutely gigantic. I cannot stress how big it actually is. Now, there's lots of events in Xenoverse, like raids, world tournaments, XP events. Don't worry, we'll get to those in a little bit. But please use the TV when it's not like a broadcast or anything like that. So there's an actual countdown, like a day, hour, minute, second countdown on there to what the next event's going to be, whether it be a Supreme Card Time, Conton City World Tournament, whether it be a TP Metal Store update, whether it be the Frieza Invasion or the next raid or something like that, or a countdown to a trailer for something or the next update. Whatever it is, have an actual countdown timer, that actually works with time zones, so we actually know when the next thing is going to happen. Now, before we continue with this list, I do just want to say that about 50% of you guys who actually do watch the channel aren't actually subscribed. So that said, it only takes a second to do. Please subscribe to the channel today. Again, it takes a second to do. You can always unsubscribe later on. Thank you ever so much. Number 8, use it for information. I can't stress this enough. We have a quote-unquote news board already in Conton City in Xenoverse 2, which it kind of, but not really, but it kind of is useful. But it only tells you what's on in Xenoverse 2 at the time of it happening, not what's coming up. With the Conton City TV, when it's not in use showing the broadcast, I think it says something like they're going to show like your artwork and the order you have them in will be broadcast on there for you personally or something. It's something like that, I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, that's cute, that does the job, and we'll get to other features that can be useful later on in this video. Stay tuned and leave a like, by the way. But at the absolute worst case scenario, what they should do for the Conton City TV is have it so if you go on there, click on something like information and just have it take you to the Xenoverse 2 official website, which has what upcoming events there are in Xenoverse 2 without actually having to check your phone or computer. We should be able to access this straight away in-game in Conton City. If they don't do this, I think that's going to be a gigantic waste, just a massive missed opportunity, to be honest. Up next, for what I think the Conton City TV should be used for is to broadcast the Dragon Ball FighterZ World Tour event. Can you just imagine getting a group of friends, logging into Xenoverse 2 in Conton City, and just going there and watching like the finals for the FighterZ World Tour, or like the new reveals for FighterZ, or just stuff like that? Like, I think that would just be so, it would be so immersive. And what I love about this is that this whole thing reminds me of PlayStation Home before it was closed down. Like when? 2014, I think, 2015, 2016. Do let me know in the comments, guys, if you guys actually did play PlayStation Home on PS3 when it was out. Do you remember it? Like, they did stuff like that, well, like this in the game, like with these monitors that were all around. And fun fact, I was actually a beta tester for PlayStation Home, and I've got all the trophies. But this is a bit of a tangent now, I guess. But yeah, broadcast the Dragon Ball FighterZ World Tour Tournament on the Conton City TV in Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. Number 6, we have other Dragon Ball games crossover events. Now by this, what I mean is, right now in Dragon Ball Legends, they are celebrating their 3rd year of Dragon Ball Legends with all sorts of in-game events in Legends itself, as well as like free summons and stuff like that. I probably wouldn't have known about this if it wasn't for like friends on Twitter retweeting stuff like slow plays and stuff like that. So with that said, what if there's someone who doesn't use social media and they just play Xenoverse, and they know of Dragon Ball Legends rather, but really they only play Xenoverse? Having something in game, for example, the Conton City TV, that has like reminders or rather like trailers and stuff like that for other games like Dragon Ball Legends, even Dokkan, sure, why not? May encourage other people to go and pick up Dragon Ball Legends, try it for the first time, you know, play it and stuff like that. Like, to me, this honestly seems like a no-brainer, and I kind of think they will do this. We'll have to wait and see. Number 5, I want the Conton City TV to be used to also broadcast the Dragon Ball Games Battle Hour events. Now, there's been one of these so far, and we think there's going to be more, given that they wanted feedback and, you know, stuff like that. I think they may have even mentioned it somewhere in the actual broadcast. I'm not entirely sure. And there's even an app you can download right now, both for like mobile as well as desktop, to go and play this right now. And most of us are thinking that that was a test for what the Conton City TV is going to be. So that said, if there is going to be more of those, broadcast it live in Xenoverse 2. This was used to reveal the announced date for Legendary Pack 1, as well as the official reveal, and a sort of like, not necessarily a placeholder date, but a vague release date for Legendary Pack 2, which is, as of right now, slated for fall of 2021. So like what, around give or take September, October-ish of 2021. Yeah, broadcast it there. Maybe how it's, they can change camera angles, or rather change the broadcast, because they had like 5 or 6 different events, like a mosaic event, the FighterZ and Legends tournaments, and just like the general main stage. I think you guys get the gist. Next up, we have Xenoverse 2 cutscenes. Now, as of this upload, which should be the 2nd of June 2021, leave a like if it is, thank you ever so much. We don't actually have a release date for when this is actually, you know, the Conton City TV is actually going to go live. But when it does go live, people like Demon Boy and Slow Players have been able to mod it on the PC version, I think, to like force the event to take place. There's dialogue between you or the character you logged in on, as well as with Bulma and Supreme Kai of Time. And I believe it's the Supreme Kai of Time mentioned something how it's powered or something. The TV is something to do or influence or something like that from the time scrolls from the Time Nest. Now, if you've not played Xenoverse 2 for a while, or story mode, the time scrolls is what you're actually correcting in the Xenoverse 2 story mode. Now, you could imply that this could be something like, oh, it could be something to do with Xenoverse 1 or a future Xenoverse game. Don't worry, we'll also get to that later on in this video. Thank you ever so much. But it could also mean that maybe you can broadcast for just you, or from your screen, a cutscene to play from Xenoverse 2 story mode, or from the Tokopedia, or something like that, because, well, they use the time scrolls. Again, once the event goes live, you can check it out for yourself. We'll just have to wait and see, but I do think that'll be a really cool feature instead of, or as well as, having your loading screens just cycle through. Like, I mean, it's a cool idea. It's better than just having like a blank screen, but if you can have like the cutscenes in the distance, that would just be a nice little touch in my opinion. Number 3, new reveals. Now, right now, there's 3 Dragon Ball console games as well as 2 of the mobile games, which get updates all the time. But for this one, I want to really talk about the 3 main Dragon Ball console games out right now. Those being Xenoverse 2, FighterZ, and Kakarot. We know Xenoverse 2 is getting at least one more update, again, Legendary Pack 2, probably around, give or take, September, October 2021. Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, which its final update, or the History of Trunks update, which they've said numerous times is the final DLC, is coming out in, about 9 days, I think. It's got a release date now of the 11th of June, 2021. And Dragon Ball FighterZ, which we're not entirely sure if there's going to be more DLC, but I'd probably guess that there probably will be, right, because it's just that popular. When there's new updates for games, they need to be broadcast on the Conton City TV, preferably as the first official reveal, if not the first reveal period, as in, don't let it get leaked in VJump, because VJump typically gets leaked, the 14th, sorry, the 16th, 17th, 18th, give or take, of each month, before officially being revealed on the 20th, sometimes the 19th of, each and every single given month. The hype, like, if there's an announcement that's going to be a broadcast on the Conton City TV, that's going to create hype on its own, right? Like, I'm not crazy in thinking this, am I? I don't think I am. But yeah, have the official first reveals on the Conton City TV, especially if it's Xenoverse specifically related. Number 2, longevity. What I mean by this is, when Xenoverse 2 does eventually get its final update, whether or not that's going to be Legendary Pack 2, Legendary Pack 3, 4, 58, or whatever it's going to be, whenever the final update for Xenoverse 2 comes out, Xenoverse 2 isn't going to just be not supported anymore, right? The online servers are going to presumably stay out for a very long time, given that, again, as of this upload, the servers for Dragon Ball Z Burst Limit, the online servers for those games, are still up, and that was the first proper online Dragon Ball console game. Excluding like Tenkaichi 2 and 3 for the Switch, not for the Switch, for the, was it for the Nintendo Wii? I think it was. Yeah, so given that those servers are still up, you can assume that at least, at the absolute bare minimum, the servers for Xenoverse 2 are going to be up for, again, at least the same amount of time as the servers for Burst Limit. I don't think that's too far-fetched to even suggest. With that said, the reason why I'm mentioning that is because once the final update for Xenoverse 2 comes out, again, whether it be a free or paid one, Legendary Pack 2, or what have you, Xenoverse 2 isn't just going to go away. There's going to be, you'd think at least there'll still be like in-game events like raids, world tournaments, the Supreme Card of Time event, and stuff like that. Have all of that information, as I've already mentioned before in this video, broadcast on the Conton City TV for as long as the servers are up. Please, it'll be a waste if, for example, a month or a couple of months after the final Xenoverse 2 update, whether or not Xenoverse 3 does or doesn't happen, which I think it will, stay tuned, we'll talk about that in a moment. It'll be a shame if it just becomes like a relic of the city, right? Like, have it be a living, thriving thing, even if it's just posting what the next event's going to be, again, as I've already mentioned in this video. And number 1, Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3. Now, what do I mean by that? This is what I mean. As I've already said in this video, this should be used to reveal new updates, new games, and stuff like that. But I can't shake the feeling that the main reason they added the Conton City TV is to eventually show, like, maybe the reveal trailer for Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3. Side note, Xenoverse 3 is not going to be revealed this year in 2021. The reason being is because, there's still at least one more paid update. Again, Legendary Pack 2. Will it be more after that? As I've already said in this video, right now, we don't know. Stay tuned, subscribe, turn notifications and stuff like that. But I can't shake the feeling that the main reason that this was added is to promote a third Xenoverse game, which as of right now, I would say will probably be revealed or leaked or something like that around this time next year. So around May, June, July of 2022, possibly in V-Jump, a Dragon Ball Games Battle Era event. Oh, we've already spoke about that. Oh, it's all coming together, isn't it? It's almost as if they planned this or planned for this to happen, or at E3 2022, or just like a special event or something like that. Again, if I could have it my way, and if Xenoverse 3 does happen, which I think it will, but again, as right now, it's not been confirmed in any way, shape, or form, I would have, don't leak it, make sure that the first news of it is in Xenoverse 2 on the Conton City TV. This, you can't write this. This is too perfect. Imagine logging into the game, knowing there's a new broadcast happening at some point soon with you and a couple of friends, maybe even like I stream it on the channel, which I'd love to do, or make a video on it, and we watch the Xenoverse 3 reveal trailer at the same time in real time live. This is too perfect. Please, Bandai, you're not going to watch this video, but if Xenoverse 3 does happen, please, 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 please reveal it on the Conton City TV, please. And that is my list. Do you agree or disagree with me? Do let me know in the comments, and I'll see you next time.